Hello all, I am Aishwarya and welcome to Valid Capital. Our today's topic is ICICI Prudential Balance Advantages Fund. ICICI Prudential Balance Advantage Fund is an open-ended equity-oriented scheme that aims to generate the reasonable returns in various market scenarios. The scheme highlights are invest in both equity and debt. The scheme aims to provide the opportunity for reasonable returns with relatively lower volatility. The scheme seeks to provide investors an opportunity to benefit out of the market volatility. The scheme uses an in-house valuation model seeking to limit the downside risk during a falling market and aiming to capture the growth opportunities in a rising market. Why investment in this fund? The investors can consider the ICICI Prudential Balance Advantage Fund for their long-term goals. In terms of risk profiling, the scheme is suitable for investors with a moderately high risk appetite. Investors who seek to benefit from the market volatility may consider the scheme in their portfolio since the scheme is structured with intent to benefit out of volatility. The investors who wish to participate in equity markets with relatively conservative approach can invest in the scheme. The ICICI Prudential Balance Advantage Fund is launched on 30 December 2006 and is an open-ended dynamic asset allocation fund. The scheme uses an in-house asset allocation model to maintain an effectively equity investment level above 65%. However, the actual equity level may go below 65% after considering the diluted exposure. This scheme is suitable for the investors who are seeking to benefit out of market volatility while maintaining fair equity allocation level based on the market values. To conduct special open market operation with simultaneous purchase and sales of government securities for an aggregate amount of 20,000 crore in two tranches. To conduct term repo operations for an aggregate amount of rupees 1 lakh crore of floating rates in middle of September. Allows banks to hold the fresh SLR securities acquired from the September 1st, 2020 under HTM up to an overall limit of 22% of NDTL up to March 31, 2021. Our next topic is befriend market volatility with ICICI Prudential Balance Advantages Fund. It is often said that the change is the only constant in this world. The global dynamics have been rapidly changing amidst with the fears of a widespread outbreak of coronavirus. As equity markets across the globe is undergoing a sharp correction due to the probable impact of the pandemic on global economies, retail investors are having a tough time starting at the losses in one's portfolio. At such times, it is important to be prudent with one's investment decisions. It is important not to let fear or greed dictate one's decision making at such volatile time. Now is the time to act in the interest of long-term gains. Such market scenarios bring with it almost perfect long-term investment opportunities, whereas one can make outsized returns. As an investor, now is the opportunity to be counter-cycling, that is, buy low and sell high. Instead of seizing this opportunity, most investors become risk-averse and also are afraid to invest in such market conditions. History has always shown us that different asset classes perform differently over the course of time. For example, in the year 2002, the returns from gold as an asset class was 20%. The fixed rate was at 8.5% and Sensex was at low of -4%. However, in the year 2004, the gold gave a 14% return while the fixed rates for the same remained at a mere 5.25% and the Sensex so on 83% high. It is often seen that the retail investors are comfortable investing when the market rallies at expensive valuations. As a result, they end up buying the high and selling low, which is the exact reverse of what needs to be done. This translates into less than the optimal investment experiences. And as a means to address this investment flow among the masses, the fund houses have launched the Balance Advantages category of the scheme. Balance Advantages or the dynamic asset allocation funds are open-ended dynamic asset allocation funds. These funds are a part of the hybrid schemes baskets. This essentially means that these funds are allowed to change allocation from equity to debt or vice versa as and when required. Unlike other funds like equity or debt funds, the market regulator has not specified any asset-wise investment limits for these funds. However, the asset management companies have their own defined limits for their own balanced advantage funds. The other advantages of this type of the mutual fund scheme is that it takes care of one asset allocation needs. Asset allocation is one of the key tenets of prudent financial planning. The most investors, however, may not have the ability to invest across these asset classes based off the market developments. This is where balanced advantages fund comes in and does the toggling between the asset classes job deftly based on the market condition, thereby helping the investors with optimized risk-adjusted returns. Furthermore, this category attracts the equity taxation, which is a win-to-win for the investors. As a result, investors can opt for SIPs into the Balanced Advantages Fund for meeting long-term goals such as the child's education, marriage, or one's retirement. The Balanced Advantages Fund by ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund has one such model. This model has been into use for over the past decade and has successfully helped to navigate the volatile times with ease. Then, in-house model suggests change in asset allocation basis the valuation of the assets. It typically alters the equity allocation between the 30% and 80% depending on the market valuations. And that's all for today. I hope that you all got a brief idea about the ICICI Prudential Balanced Advantage Fund. And if you people are watching our video for the first time, please hit the bell button and also subscribe our channel and please share it with your friends and relatives. I'll be coming with more interesting topics day by day. If you people are having any doubts regarding my explanation, you people can comment in our comment box and our experts will be replying for you within a minute. So, stay home, stay healthy, stay safe. Bye.